Hey everybody, this is Chris, back with some more tastings of some glorious cereals. Everybody thinks I'm probably into only candy cereal, but that's not the case. One of my favorite cereals of all time is actually grape nuts, and I do get down with the granola from time to time. So the wonderful people like Clif Cereal sent me some stuff to try, and I have tried them, but I'm going to try them for you. There are 3 different flavors. The kind of, when I originally thought, hey, Clif is doing cereal, I was like, oh, it's probably just gonna taste like somebody took a Clif bar and like ground it up. But it's not like that. It's very, very hearty cereal, but it's really tasty. And there's one specific reason why. I'm gonna get to that, but I'm gonna taste them individually. There's 3 flavors, honey and peanut butter. Then we've got apple, cinnamon, and almond butter. And then we've got blueberry and almond butter. So I'm going to start with, let me start with my favorite. I like this guy the best. It is honey and peanut butter. So these guys have organic grain flakes, granola clusters, wildflower honey, and then real peanut butter and whole peanuts. That's the jam. That's the thing that I love about this, is they have real peanut butter, and I'll show you what I mean in a sec. If you look inside the bowl here, you can see all the different things intermixed. What I really love are the little peanut butter chunks. I'm trying to find one to show you. So here's an example of one of those peanut butter chunks, and these are delicious. There's basically like just free roaming peanut butter in globs in here, and then some of the cereal kind of jams onto it. So if you're a fan of like Raisin Nut Bran and stuff like that, where there's like raisins and little balls on the cereal, it's really, really tasty. So the peanut butter clusters are the absolute star of this, but if it was only peanut butter clusters, it'd be way too much. So all the granola in there and the nuts and everything else help to balance it out. Let me take a taste with the milk in here. All right, so. It's really crunchy, like I was saying. It's really, really hearty. Granola and flakes. If you're a fan of texture, a lot of different textures in the cereal. And it's actually not too, well, it's obviously not overly sweet, but when you get those little pops of peanut butter, those are the sweet bits, and those like really light it up. But I love this. You don't have to even eat that much of it to feel full. And there's a lot of really good stuff in there for you. All right, next up, blueberry and almond butter. Like the peanut butter, this has almond butter, obviously, and it comes in little chunks. I'll show you in a sec. There are little granolas in this one, little flakes, which are the flakes are not super sweet. As you can kind of see here, it's another one of these little bundles, conglomerate of almond butter. It's really tasty. It's kind of down to personal preference, like what you prefer. I'm a huge peanut butter fan, so I really, really love having peanut butter in the cereal. This almond butter is really good too. And the cool thing about the almond butter clumps is that they sometimes clump up with that blueberry. Oh, it's a cat party on the table. They sometimes clump up with that blueberry and make for a pretty interesting nugget. Uh-oh. Much like the other one, the marriage of flavors here is really good. And you have the almond butter. There's also like whole almonds in here, if you can see. Like this is a pretty incredible spoonful of yumminess. I don't know. All these cereals also hold up really, really well to milk. The flakes kind of get a little soggy, which you expect. They're kind of flakes, like kind of like Total Flakes or Raisin Bran flakes without the raisins. A little bit like that, whole wheat action. But yeah, like as you eat through the cereal, it doesn't lose its crunch. So it's really good. All right, now the last of the 3 is apple, cinnamon, and almond butter. Also excellent. Get a good look here. Like the others, this has butter in it, the almond butter that makes clumps. And it's got organic grain flakes, granola clusters, apples and cinnamon, and then real almond butter and whole almonds. So that's what it looks like. You can see the little apple pieces, all the freeze-dried apple pieces, and then there's nuts in here, there's granola. It's really yummy. Okay, so splash a little milk in here. And again, the thing that provides the pop is the butter, the almond butter. And I imagine that also provides a lot of energy throughout your day. So, right off the bat here, you get that you get that apple flavor. Those freeze-dried apples come through, and this is the sweetest, I would say, of the three cereals. And the apple and almond butter complement themselves beautifully, or complement each other beautifully, I should say. And the apple, it gets a little crispy, and then when it hits the milk, it kind of reconstitutes a little bit, so it's really, really tasty. Okay, so out of the three, this one, my favorite. Honey and peanut butter, love this. I would say apple cinnamon is my second favorite because of those apple pieces and because of the sweetness. And then blueberry almond, move these back a little bit so you can see them. Blueberry almond butter, super, super good as well. And really, like I said, the stars here are the butters, so good. And you can tell Ron and Jack both want to get their mouths on some of this. These are not twigs and berries. These are hearty, yummy, yummy breakfasts, and I'm happy I got these. I'm gonna eat them all up. Thanks so much for watching. As always, if you could like this video, that'd be a great help. Subscribe if you can. Leave a comment about your favorite healthy cereals. And stay tuned for more. I'll be back with more cereal reviews before you know it. Thanks again for watching. This is Chris.